There's there's a lot of books in the world, a lot of authors, a lot of people who want to teach you things, and there's a lot to know. And with that said, I think time is very limited. We're all, no one has the fountain of life. No one's living forever, which is, I guess you could say that's a fact, right? That's like, we're all born and we all die. This body, this flesh that we're in, this physical vessel, this world, it's not gonna last. Yeah, we all have a death sentence, so do you even believe that to be true? Do you spend time thinking about that? Um, if you don't think you're gonna die, uh, I I don't know what to say to you. Um, you should spend some more time thinking about life because many people have said it's too short, and it pays well. To listen to good advice. So with that said, I have some good advice. That the time you spend filling your brain with knowledge and thinking about things, and the time you spend reading books, you should spend a large portion of that time, however much time you decide to dedicate to it, reading the Bible. If you have access to books, to the written word, you should check what is written in what is known as God's word. I remember not knowing. There was a time when I did not know. This was pretty much before I graduated. The summer that I graduated high school, that summer, was when I was first given a Bible as a gift. And that's when I started reading. I was curious because this is the oldest book in the world, supposedly. It's what they say, it's the number one longest bestseller. So, why is this? For me personally, I was thinking, why don't I know what is in this book, which is very, very widely known, bestseller, longest published book, whatever, so on and so on. So, spend your days, spend your time, the way that you proportion your time, spend it in the Bible, reading the Bible, which is also known as the Holy Book, the Scriptures, God's Word. Yeah. One more thing. Within the Bible, specifically in the Gospel according to John, toward the end of that book within the book, John writes, I write these things so that you may believe in Jesus Christ. And that's the purpose of why the gospel was written. So don't just read it to increase your knowledge. Don't just read it for academics. Think about what you're reading and say to yourself, if this is true, And what do I need to do to believe it? Because if you believe something, you do something. You don't believe that, like, I don't know, a chair is gonna hold you up, but refuse to sit in it because it looks old. And that's the same concept here, I guess. In some respect, this is an old text, and there are people, you may or may not be one of them, who will say, I believe. But like that old chair, you can say you believe, but if you refuse to sit down in that chair, do you really believe that it'll hold you up? Because when you sit in that chair, when you believe in that old book, and you do something, what is it that you need to do? Right? That's a great place to start. Because faith needs to have an action attached to it for your faith to be alive, for there to be no doubt that you really believe something